Hello, church. We're looking at 1 Kings chapter 6 today for our daily Bible reading. Word of the day is keep. While Solomon had officials helping him, while he knew he needed additional supplies and materials to accomplish the task, in chapter 6 we see God reminding him the true heart, the true purpose of this building. It's not just to build something. It's not even to build something for God. It's an establishment of a covenant, a promise, a desire to keep in relationship with God. And so we're going to drop down to verse 11 here, and we'll see what God tells Solomon. It says, "Now the word of the Lord came to Solomon concerning this house that you are building. If you will walk in my statutes and obey my rules and keep all my commandments and walk in them, then I will establish my word with you, which I spoke to David your father, and I will dwell with the children of Israel and will not forsake my people Israel." See, this temple that they were building isn't a guarantee of God's presence, just as the Ark of the Covenant that they've tried to manipulate at various times to get God to do what he's supposed to do. God's reminding them, look, this physical building, while it's great, while it's something that God desires, having it, possessing it, building it, does not obligate God to provide for them. What obligates God is their obedience to this covenant, to this promise that God made to Moses, God made to Abraham, and here he reflects back to his most recent promise to David, that if the people of Israel, if Solomon as king, will follow the commandments, will keep the commandments, will obey them, will live in proper relationship with a love of God and a love of other people, then God will not forsake them, will not have to discipline them, will not have to correct them because they're doing what the children of God are supposed to do. Once again, this great blessing, but it's based on the people keeping this covenant with God. So how are you at keeping the covenant of God? How are you at being obedient to God? Once again, not to earn your salvation. It can only be bought by the sacrifice of Christ himself. But then as new creatures, as ambassadors of Christ, are we keeping with the commands that God has given us? Once again, we don't earn our salvation, but in a fact of thanksgiving, in appreciation of what God has done for us, will we be obedient to what he's called us to do for our benefit and for his glory? All right, church, have a great day.